2018 GMC Terrain Car Review. The GMC Terrain is a little player from the epic cast that comprises the compact crossover segment. A perennial sales understudy, the GMC stood a U.S. sales volume of 87,925 units in 2016, a drop inside the bucket compared to top-build stars like the Honda CR-V plus the Ford Escape, which sold 357,335 and 307,069 tickets within the same year. GMC knows it and is positive that its individuality attracts buyers who aren't easily swayed because of the public opinion with the moment. The good points of 2018 GMC Terrain. Front end not looks like a toy choo-choo train, quiet interior, surprisingly agile. The bad points of 2018 GMC Terrain. Front passenger compartment still narrow with the shoulders, cupola infringes on rearward visor, controversial shifter. Still, constant reinvention is paramount to putting return customers within the seats. Along with the 2018 GMC Terrain is completely new from the foundation on up. Undoubtedly, the Terrain's indie strategy may not be possible without worrying about economy of scale provided with the Chevrolet Equinox, its bigger-selling mechanical sibling. For its part, the Terrain is targeted on premium features, styling, and specific chassis tuning. Family benefactor. We're about the record with favorable impressions from the new 2018 Equinox, which regard carries by way of the Terrain. 5 minutes into our drive of the full-boat, 2.0-liter Denali AWD, lingering memories from the first-gen Terrain vanished like Adrian's career. Seating and interior materials are saved to par along with other GMC products, functional first but a little more premium than Chevy stuff, if your meaning of premium is slightly thicker plus much more durable. Some in the Terrain's approximately 350 pounds of weight savings over its predecessor were achieved within the seat frames, however, you wouldn't realize it by sitting within the comfortably firm front buckets. GMC says the multi-density padding helps this cause, although be aware that those in search of significant side bolsters are going to be disappointed. Even although the new Terrain's wheelbase spans 5.2 less than before and it's 3.2 shorter overall, rear passengers lose only 0.2 inch in legroom. We couldn't really detect that, but we can easily confirm that two adults can survive long trips in side bench-like rear seats with no aid of muscle relaxers. It's the cargo room that took a hit on the resizing, with space behind the second row seat shrinking to 30 cubic feet from your previous model's 32. Offsetting that somewhat could be that the flat-folding front passenger seat now allows carrying materials around 8 feet long. Think dimensional lumber, not sheets, adding versatility the first sort model lacked. The 252 horsepower turbocharged 2.0-liter inline-four and 9-speed automatic transaxle comes standard using the Denali package, and rightly so. Quiet at idle, the engine transmits hardly any harsh vibration with the chassis. Before we set off within the urban environs of Pittsburgh, however, we to deal with all the Terrain's controversial electronic shifter mounted low for the center stack. Composed of 5 primary buttons P, R, N, D, and L, the past also getting a manual gear selector of sorts, it's quicker to use laptop or computer sounds. GMC's spin for the topic is the fact that it's the next step inside march toward autonomy, but meanwhile, it's a unique if slightly inelegant approach to free up console space while making certain operators hear when selecting the right function. We were effortlessly performing 3-point parking procedures because of the end from the first day. Once out into the hills that surround Steel City, both the .0-liter and 9-speed auto performed competently or else remarkably. No tentative shift action, no unrequested games of pick a gear, just quiet motivation. The tranquil mood is aided from the quiet cabin, as a result of a new woven sound-deadening material that is certainly both lighter plus much more effective compared to asphalt-based materials used previously. Highway stretches were infuriatingly boring, and now we mean that inside best way possible. Out here, you're merely another pod traveling along at 75 miles per hour, that serves to as well be comfortable. On the broken, winding, and looping back roads near Frank Lloyd Wright's Falling Waterhouse where the terrain revealed its best-kept secret, it's not really a total drag drive an automobile enthusiastically. The linear electrically assisted power steering comes by way of the rack-mounted motor, sending orders to Hankook Venta's S1 Noble 2 tires on 19-inch aluminum wheels. GMC claims the chassis is stiffer, which it resists flex with assistance from solidly mounted back and front subframes. That means metal-to-metal mounting, leaving isolation chores towards the suspension components as well as their own mounts. The brake pedal is firm, General Motors engineers telling us they aimed at calib for brake pedal force as an alternative to travel to regulate clamping effort. The first little pedal travel 13%, repeat the engineers moves an immense amount of fluid to set the pads right facing the rotors, and following that mechanical leverage starts for more aggressive situations. What a path for the driver is light footwork and predictable leads to situations that you want to scrub off only a touch of speed before a large part. Referring on the aforementioned Del gear selector therefore is bit of your misnomer. In fact, it truly does work more to be a range selector of sorts, locking out of the gears you need to avoid when towing or descending extreme grades, like downshifting an old-fashioned automatic transmission. Operation is easy, push the L button and utilize the adjacent plus secrets of select the highest gear you need the transmission to interact with. Select 56, say, and this will ride your decision downhill, employing engine compression to near to the rev limit. No red line is marked within the tachometer, maintaining your rate of speed. Should you require a quick burst of acceleration, it can access gears 1 through 4 as normal. We employed it while following heavy industrial trucks down some pretty intense grades. Just don't forget to tug the D switch the signal from return to full automatic operation. It works all the way down to first gear, although we can easily make a situation less than idling by having a crowded cow pasture where the choice could well be desirable. Also of note is the trucker controllable all-wheel drive system that has a front drive mode that disconnects a corner axle to lower drag and optimize fuel economy. As with most current systems, the AWD mode automatically controls the fore-aft torque distribution and adjusts throttle response depending on numerous inputs. We cycled through both of these plus the trailer towing mode, and now we didn't hear any weird clunks or experience odd dynamics under acceleration during our brief exposure. 2 more turbos? It's all too easy to focus within the performance in the 2.0-liter, but GMC expects 60% of buyers to choose the standard 170 horsepower turbocharged 1.5-liter inline 4 and 10% to find the 1.6-liter turbodiesel, helping to make 137 horsepower. We snagged a Terrain SLE while using 1.5-liter for any quick jaunt and located some not-so-shocking results. It feels very similar to both the .0, but slower. The ride is less refined, since the SLE lacks the Denali-specific chassis tuning. Also, the audio system's 6 speakers lacked the Bose logos and sound quality with the Denali 7-speaker unit. The stance on painted 17-inch wheels wasn't as purposeful because the Denali's on its 19-inchers, along with the climate control was manual. None in this significantly degraded the driving experience. The 1.5 shares the 9-speed auto using the 2.0, not the case together with the Equinox, in which the 1.5-liter models find the old 6-speed, however the lack of hustle was pronounced. we'll discover how much slower the 1.5 is, the place where we obtain the opportunity to strap test instruments to every version. As for your diesel, not a soul outside of the small segment of torque-obsessed pickup owners buys into compression ignition looking to burn rubber. Most are drawn by fuel economy. In the Terrain diesel's case, a state EPA highway estimate is 39 miles per gallon FWD, it's 38 miles per gallon with AWD. That's the full 11 miles per gallon better compared to FWD 2.0 liter and 9 better versus the FWD 1.5 liter. At current fuel prices, the $2,395 upcharge with the base diesel, a front-wheel drive SLE model, would require over 130,000 miles to sneak even versus a comparably spec'd SLE 1.5T while using driver convenience package, assuming both models achieved their advertised highway economy over the distance. It's most diesel-like at idle, although even so the clatter is nearly subdued. Acceleration is steady and not helped because they are teamed while using old 6-speed automatic. If you're a diesel lover, it's likely there's more you are searching for long before you hit the showroom. We were disappointed to master that this diesel, like the 1.5-liter gas engine, is limited by tow just 1,500 pounds. The 2.0-liter is rated to tug as much as 3,500 pounds. GMC mixes inside the available features, powertrains, and 4 trims SL, SLE, SLT, and Denali extensively. Additional pricing specifics is available here. The 2018 Terrain finds itself from the enviable niche for being able to concentrate on pleasing dedicated fans without bearing your entire brunt on the development cost. Sometimes it pays becoming a supporting member with the cast.